How to wholesale land from start to finish. What's up, guys? Zach in here, and in today's video, Rick Ginn shares exactly how to start wholesaling land from start to finish in wholesaling real estate so you can start wholesaling land today. Land wholesaling, especially vacant land wholesaling, is a huge opportunity right now in wholesaling, and I can't wait to share it with you. So before we get in the video, guys, remember you need to smash that like button and subscribe, get the most free value from me, and let's get in the video.
Let's jump into it. We're talking about wholesaling land, and it's guys, it's actually really simple. I found this out by accident, and I meet with some people across the country just doing this all over the country, and it's all they do, and they make a ton of money doing it. I'm not telling you to not wholesale houses. I love wholesaling houses, but guys, throw land in the mix. It'll make your list bigger, and I'm telling you, it will have a huge difference. So let's talk about it. Hold on, let me get off this. Let's see here. So let's talk about vacant land. What is vacant land? Vacant land is exactly what it sounds like. All it is land without a house on it. I spilled my coffee. So in theory, if you think about it, if I don't have a house on the land, it should be much easier to sell, right? Absolutely, guys. Vacant land operates the exact same way. When you buy a house, you are basically, there is a property, you have the land and then the house is on top of the property, and that's it. All you are is removing the house. It's really that simple, guys. And people do this all day long. So the real question is, what is the real difference between wholesaling land and wholesaling houses? The only difference, and I tell you, this is the truth, it's just the house. And let's walk through the major pros and cons of wholesaling houses versus wholesaling vacant land. So number one, vacant land pros. I'm just going to run through it. Number one, dude, so much less competition. People just do not chase these lists down because they're not super sexy and they don't feel like there's a lot of profit margin in it. People love the aesthetics of real estate. So land's not as sexy because it's just dirt. But I'm telling you, you have to have that dirt to be able to build the house on it. And with the rising cost of everything now, it's building on vacant lots is even like, it's got even more focus because God's not making any more dirt. And as we run out, so we're here in South Florida, we are quickly running out of land. Like, guys, I'm going to tell you, the last 10 years, actually the last 20 years, there's been more land than I could see. And for the first time in my career, I actually see a shortage of land in my area. And we have to keep going further north. Really, from Palm Beach down, there's very little land left. And the lots that are left are almost as expensive as the houses. So we definitely have significantly less competition. I will tell you this. When you sell lots, I'm talking vacant lands, you don't have to deal with the house. So if you don't have the house, think about this. I don't have to deal with tenants. I don't have to deal with owners that have cats and dogs, and I can't show it at this time. If somebody wants to drive by at midnight, it's really easy to show. You don't run through the same roadblocks as you do on houses on trying to set up showing appointments. And that's the big challenge when we wholesale houses. It's one of the biggest ones you guys will run across in the beginning. So much easier to show. The price points are so much lower. Think about it. Land is significantly cheaper without a house on it. So you're going to have lower price points, which makes it a little bit more accessible for you. You're not going to have appraisers trying to appraise it. And I will tell you this right off the bat. These deals go down much faster. It's not uncommon for me to put a piece of vacant land under contract Monday and have it sold and assigned by Friday because they're simple. They just run the title. If no permits or anything have been pulled, as long as there's no environmental issues, which rarely there is in residential. I'm not talking about commercial, guys. It's really simple. Okay. And I will tell you, cash buyers love them because all you are is selling the house. So if you think about, selling the land. So if you think about a traditional house on a lot, how many times do people, like on the really higher end houses, they start trying to buy the furniture and everything with it, and it actually winds up screwing up the deal. So if you think about, there's no house on it, we can't screw up the deal. It's just raw land. And here's the thing is, you do not need to know about all the little details like ingress, egress. Are there utilities in there? There's a lot need to be cleared. Are there environmental issues? That's not for you to decide. We just put them under contract And if something comes up in title or the city contacts me, we just move on to the next property. That's just the risk on it. I do not spend any money doing due diligence on vacant land as opposed to a house. I might put a little bit of money or and take a little bit deeper look. Now, here's one of my favorite parts. If you guys want to talk about doing virtual markets and you're in the SoCal market or maybe in the Southern Florida or New York, if you want to pick a virtual market, I will tell you wholesaling vacant land is awesome because it's so easy. Once you figure out what the price is, it's really, really simple. And once you identify a market, you can then scale it. Because if you're buying lots, say $5,000 or $10,000, I bought them as low as like $1,000. You can go contract 20 or 30 lots. So you can scale it, and you can scale it on a mass scale because you're not bothering the owner. The owner's not living at the property. He or she's not even seeing it. Guys, vacant land has so many pros. I really, 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 really love it. So let's talk about some of the cons. So I'm going to give you the truth, guys, because I'm not in your back pocket. So I don't sell any courses. Everything I tell you is the straight out truth. So that's why I love what I do with Zach, because I can tell you how it is. So number one, you're going to do less deals unless you do it on that scalable virtual market and you figure it out. And that takes a little bit of time, but the spreads are a little bit lower, but than the profit margins on the house. But honestly, if I buy a lot for $3,000 and I have a seller to get it for $6,000, and really say I put down $100 earnest money deposit, what's your return on that? Now, some of you will say it's 100% because you contracted $3,000. Guys, I don't care how you dice that up. You can do profit margins, whatever. Those are super sexy deals. So when you start out, if you can make a quick $3K on flipping a wholesale vacant lot, then more power to you. It's going to give you more confidence and you can do more deals. Guys, if you're just doing wholesaling houses, just consider doing the lots with them. It's actually easier. Okay. The other con I want to let you know on flipping vacant land is you have to ask for deeper discounts. And that just goes without saying because you want to move these properties fast. There's very little to no inspections. So there's a lot of speed required. So you can't be buying these on thin margins. You got to have a lot of margin on it. Most of the deals we buy are 40 to 50 cents on the dollar, occasionally 60 to 70 in an established market on like infill lots. So guys, those are some of the pros. The cons, there's very few of them. Like I still do them. I don't do a ton of lots, but I found out doing vacant lots by someone that would own the field next to it, especially in the Port St. Lucie area. And a lot of times they would throw it in to sweeten the deal, or I'd give them an extra $1,000 or $2,000. And then I would sell that lot for $9,000 or $10,000. And I quickly identified these vacant lots are worth a lot of money. Now, that being said, deeper discounts. So I will tell you, when you do vacant lots and you're wholesaling them, you have to do it in reverse order. So everybody talks about like reverse wholesaling. I'm going to tell you this. Reverse wholesaling, in my opinion, doesn't work as well on single family homes because your buyers catch on real quick when you don't have a property for sale. Because if they wait a month or two and you keep like tricking them saying, oh, I got this 3-2, I'm going to sell it to you, but you don't have them because somebody taught you to build up your cash buyers list because that's what gurus do. In vacant land, it actually works very well. So what you want to do is you want to start with your cash buyers. And guys, you need to establish your cash buyers of what areas they buy in and what they'll pay for a vacant piece of property. Now, guys, the lot sizes, you just need to match them. And I'm going to go over that in a little bit more detail. But I got to emphasize, you have to do reverse wholesaling when you do vacant land, because if you don't know what people will pay for it and you don't know what areas they're buying for it, there's no point in going out there and writing contracts for it. Now, if a vacant land can move in 5 to 7 days, you better have buyers lined up ready to go, because the faster you can move, the deeper the discount you'll get and the higher profit margin you'll make. So if you put a vacant piece of land and you find a motivated seller on it, then you got to go hunt out a cash buyer. You might contract it for the wrong price. That's why I want you to do the reverse order. So you're always going to start with your buyer and then work your way all the way back to the lead and um, the seller of that vacant land. So let's talk about the best way to how to find vacant land buyers. You guys, if you have questions, just put them in the chat. I'm almost done here. I promise you. If you like the information, please give me a thumbs up. So Zach knows I'm doing a good job with everything. So, and I like to get feedback from you guys. So I wish I could bring everybody on live, but it takes so much time. And I do that on Thursdays and Fridays. So how to find vacant land. My favorite number one way, flat out, will always be cold calling. It's fast, it's efficient, and people make fast decisions. I love to cold call. Guys, if you want to learn how to do it, you just got to pull your list. The easiest way to pull a list is I like to use listrei.com. It's convenient. You pull it up, you put in the filters, vacant land. Zach has an entire recording showing you how to do this. I've done it before. So if you go to freewholesaling.com, we teach you how to do this. Or you can go to the YouTube channel and just search vacant land deals, and we'll show you how to do it. So the other way is to go to Facebook groups, and I want you to just search for vacant land, even wholesaling vacant land, and you will find buyers there. The idea is to find, so we're doing this in reverse order. So not only are we going to use listrei.com to find the cash buyers for these lots, which you can easily do, also go to Facebook groups, and they have ready for this? They have entire groups dedicated to cash buyers looking for vacant land in your markets that you service. So we're going to reverse it. So I love cold calling. To me, it is hands down the fastest way to get your cash buyers list. And then we're going to switch it over to getting vacant land deals on it. So when you call these people, we just have 2 qualifying questions. That's it, guys. Remember, quality over quantity. Quantity is just your ego bragging about how great you did, and it doesn't help you with your bank account. So we're going to ask, where do you buy and how much are you paying? And you're going to specifically ask what size acreage. So in Florida, we're big on quarter acre lots. If you guys are in the southern states, there's a lot of half acre, 1 acre, and it goes up to 5 to 10 acres. Just make sure the properties you are putting under contract match your buyer's criteria. So if I get a 1 acre, you can go to your local city and see if you can parse off and make 4 individual sales with it. It will always yield you the most, but sometimes that's not always doable. So find out how much they pay for it, what areas, and the size of acreage they are interested in. And then from there, guys, it's just simple arbitrage. Arbitrage is simple. I put a lot under contract for say $5,000. It's worth $10,000. You can easily charge another $5,000. Guys, that is a huge spread. Now it doesn't matter. Say you buy the lot at $6,000 or $7,000. You can still sell it for $10,000. Another play you can do this for you guys that are more advanced, don't do this if you're just starting out, is you can do owner financing, and that's how you can get another 15 to 20% on your sales price. So if you guys are putting that in your arsenal, go ahead and do that. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. So how do we find vacant land wholesaling list? As I said, guys, it's real simple. listrei.com, use the filters in their vacant land, and it's really easy to contact these people. So I like cold calling them. The other way you can do it is FSBOs, which is a little bit more challenging. You can go through Zillow, you can go online, you can go to Craigslist, the standard answers. FSBOs, remember, they're just more difficult. So if you can find a FSBO that's been sitting out there for a while, you can do very well. One of my favorite ways is infill lots. And infill lots are just those vacant lots that are in a neighborhood. Say there's 100 houses and there's 3 vacant lots. I mean, you already know what those lots are going to sell for. So the price is easy to determine on them. A lot of times you have someone that's motivated, and I like to do infill lots. The best way to find infill lots, I'm going to tell you flat out, driving for dollars. Guys, get in your car, search these lots, find the owners, just look them up on your local property appraiser site, do some investigative work, skip trace the number. You can do it manually. It's not that hard. And call them. Just call them and ask them the basic criteria questions. Just qualify them to see if they want to sell it. Now, remember, when you're qualifying somebody on a motivated seller on a vacant land list, get rid of condition. So you're only going to be 3 qualifying questions. Do not ask condition because obviously it is a lot. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to freewholesaling.com. I explain everything there. But the first thing we always want to find out is what their motivation is. Then we always talk about condition. Obviously, we're not going to talk about condition. We talk about time frame and we talk about price. So there's only 3 questions you have to ask when doing vacant land. So your next question is, Rick, how do I get a hold of these people? It's the same technique you're going to do for houses, although I think it's just much faster. And people make fast decisions. The only thing you got to make a decision if you want to sell the lot and if it's for the right price. That's it. There's no when my mom moves out or when my sister gets her new job or when the tenant's lease expires. All that stuff is absolutely over. So you don't have to worry about that. So let's talk about the marketing channels. Fast decisions. The fastest decision they can make, cold calling. It's fast, guys. It works. There's a reason I'm pushing it because cold calling is the number one way we get land deals. I've tried every other way. Cold calling, hands down, works the best. SMS text blasting works as well, too. And what I like about cold calling and SMS is you can actually scale them to your liking. So you can do direct mail. It's not as effective. It's a little bit slower. But if you like that kind of pace, you can definitely do that one. And then you can do RVMs. So if you know what RVMs is, it's ringless voicemail. And we can't do it in the state of Florida, but check the laws and statutes in your state to see if you can do that before employing that one. So guys, I'm just about getting to the questions. We are loaded on questions, and that's the best part of this thing, but I have to help you out with information. The last one, I'll give you a bonus on how to find vacant land. The best, I mean, the absolute best markets to find vacant land deals to wholesale. So it's real simple. I've actually shared this before, but I know I'm going to tick off some people by putting this out there. So guys, all you have to do is go and search the internet. Wholesalers love to brag because probably their mentor taught them how to brag because they were bragging, and they love to show these big fat checks, which I'm all for motivation, guys. But the problem is that when you do it 2 or 3 times, you start showing your cards of how you do your marketing, what your spreads are. And I can figure out anybody who posts and brags. Remember, you got to lose your ego in wholesaling because your ego is the one thing that's going to hold you back from truly being successful in wholesaling. So first thing you do is I like to go to Facebook and I'll search any of the groups. You can search my group. I don't even care. When they start bragging about their deals, they post everything about it. They'll put the address, they'll put the zip code. I start to take note. When I see 4 or 5 properties popping up in the same zip code in a certain area, I'm on it. Because you know what? You spent the money. You've already done all the research. I'm just going to take a shortcut to it. And it's fair game. Business is business, guys. I don't throw a lot. You guys know what market I am. I could care less. Someone wants to copy off me. More power to you. I think my company's so good at negotiating. I've taught Zach, the acquisitions guys, like I thrive on competition. I don't care. But listen, if your competitors are throwing out and bragging every time, take advantage of it. Like you didn't go in and break into their office. You can put it on the internet. It's public knowledge. The other one you're going to do is go to Craigslist too. And last but not least, get on your wholesalers cash buyers list because most wholesalers love quantity. They love to have like 5,000 cash buyers. It's so easy to find out where they flip properties, especially when they're wholesaling vacant land. Just identify the city and the zip code, and it's like a hack. And you're not cheating because if they didn't throw it out there, you would never have access to the information. Remember, they've spent tens of thousands of dollars to get those deals. You can drop in. You could be in California, drop into Tennessee tomorrow, pick 3 or 4 zip codes, and attack the vacant land deal. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. I'm going to put it up there. Guys, this is being recorded. It's live. I'm telling you, you guys want to know how I find virtual markets? Honestly, I just let other wholesalers point me the way. It's easier. I don't want to go in and test a market and spend thousands of dollars on cold calling, SMS, and direct mail when I already seen a guy, he's been there 2 years, he's established, and they're doing very well. And when it comes to vacant land, 95% of actually about 99% of vacant land is taken down over the phone. It is absolutely perfect for all virtual markets.
Thank you so much for watching that video today. If you want more free value for wholesaling real estate, remember to smash that like button and subscribe. Guys, if you want to join the best wholesaling real estate mentorship in the planet and join the wholesaling course that has the most people in it in the history of the world for wholesaling real estate, go to freewholesaling.com. It's free. There's no gimmicks. There's no upsells in this course. It is an absolute free wholesaling course. I've been told to charge thousands and thousands of dollars for it. I give it out for free. So like this video and subscribe. Join the movement for wholesaling real estate and go to freewholesaling.com and join my Wholesaling Houses for Real Facebook group. That is the largest mastermind in the country of like-minded wholesaling entrepreneurs who want to get connected absolutely for free and learn wholesaling real estate. Guys, I'll hope to see you there. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Have a blessed one.